Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the third week of the August month. Session will be quite interesting and important, students, so stay tuned with us till the end. The content provided here is in a very refined way as it will help you to prepare for your competitive exams. Let's start. The first question is, mark the correct statement regarding the 79th Independence Day celebration of India in India. So this was the 79th Independence Day that you need to remember first thing. Apart from this, all these three options are rightly mentioned here, right? And this year's theme that is important is Naya Bharat. Naya Bharat is the theme for this year's Independence Day. Next, on 14th of August, Prime Minister Narendra Modi marked the completion of 6 years of Jal Jeevan Mission. As per the budget 25-26, the Government of India has proposed to extend the Jal Jeevan Mission till which year? It has been extended till the year 2028, right? Take a note of this. And it is Ministry of Jal Shakti that launched this Jal Jeevan Mission. It was launched on 15th of August in 2019. Right, the aim of which was to provide every rural household with a functional household tap connection. Next, name the AI-powered summarization tool launched by the Ministry of Panchayati Raj in August to generate structured minutes of meeting from Gram Sabha and Panchayat meeting recordings. So, name that AI platform. It is Shabsar. Sabhasar, not Shabsar, Sabhasar. This is the name of that AI-powered summarization tool launched by the Ministry of Panchayati Raj for the minutes of the meetings. Next, in August, India's first dash-powered train cleared the load test under the design and oversight of Research, Design and Standard Organization at the Integral Coach Factory in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So, it is hydrogen. Right, it is India's first hydrogen powered train. Also, if you remember, NTPC, they launched the first hydrogen powered buses where they were launched in Leh Ladakh. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the quarterly bulletin of the periodic labor force survey for April to June and monthly bulletin of periodic labor force survey for July released by the National Statistics Office in August 2025. So identify the correct statements here. If we see here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, in August, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated two major national highway projects at Rohini in Delhi. What was the combined approximate cost of these projects? So these projects costed around 11,000 crore rupees. One is your UER2, that is your urban extension road, right? This has been a game changer in connectivity, right? Another is your Dwarka Expressway, that is connecting Dwarka to SPR road, that is Gurgaon. Next, identify the institute that signed a licensing agreement worth 1 crore rupees with Indraka Quantum Technologies Private Limited to transfer India's first indigenously developed silicon photonics based high-speed quantum random number generator technology to identify for the commercial deployment. So identify that institute. It is your IIT Madras, Indian Institute of Madras, right? And this agreement is worth 1 CR. Next, in August, the Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi approved the proposal of Airports Authority of India for the development of Greenfield Airport at where? It will be at the Kota Bundi, that is in Rajasthan. Right, and this will be a 6-lane access controlled capital region ring road in Odisha costing around 8,307.74 CR. Next, Government of India revised their target to develop an additional 97 gigawatt coal and lignite based electricity generation capacity by which financial year? It will be by FY 34-35, that is FY 35, right? Next, In August, India Post under Ministry of Communication, they have officially rolled out the Advanced Postal Technology System, a 5,800 crore rupees project under India's Information Technology Program, that is IT 2.0. Question asked here is, name the organization that is responsible for indigenous design and development of this APT system. Which is that organization? It is the Center for Excellence in Postal Technology. And a 5,800 crore rupees project under India's IT 2.0 program, building on the project 1.0, enabling faster, smarter and customer-centric postal services will be provided. Next, which American satellite internet provider collaborated with UIDAI in August 2025 to enable Aadhaar-based customer verification? It is Starlink satellite, right? This is the American satellite provider, right? Starlink, owned by Elon Musk, that is basically partnering with UIDAI to enable Aadhaar-based customer verification. Next, identify the authority that opened the 3 Niveshak Seva Kendras in Hyderabad, Telangana in collaboration with SEBI, CDSL, that is Central Depository Service Limited, then NDSL, then BSE and NSE. So identify the authority that opened these 3 Niveshak Seva Kendras in Hyderabad. It is IEPFA, Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority. They partnered with these organizations in order to launch 3 Niveshak Seva Kendras, and these Niveshak Seva Kendras are in Hyderabad, Telangana. Next, mention the organization that signed a 5-year B2B agreement with Brahmaputra Valley Fertilizer Corporation Limited at Siliguri, West Bengal in August to supply essential fertilizers. So mention the organization that signed this 5-year business to business agreement. It is National Seed Center of Bhutan. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the group of ministers accepting center's GST proposal in August 25. If we look at the options here, option A is right and C is right, B is wrong, right? It is saying that these slabs, they have been now replaced by 2 new slabs, that is 5% and 12%. Is it correct? No, it is 5% and 18% that are the new 2 slabs that have been introduced. Moving on, next, pick out the incorrect statement regarding the launch of the world's largest tribal grassroots leadership program, that is Adi Karam Yogi Abhiyan, by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs in August. Question asked is, we have to find the incorrect statement here. So among the following, A is right, B is right, C is wrong. So hence our answer. C is saying that the initiative calls for all kinds of volunteers divided in 2 categories as Adi Mitra and Adi Sarthi, right? Is it correct? So the volunteers here are known as Adi Sahyogi and Adi Sarthi, not Adi Mitra. Adi Sahyogi and Adi Sarthi. Next, in August, UIDAI, they have introduced a new framework to onboard cooperative banks and enable them to deliver Aadhaar-based authentication services. Next, the 12th edition of the bilateral maritime exercise SLINEX was held between Indian Navy and Sri Lankan Navy, that was conducted in August. It was held where? It was held in Colombo, Sri Lanka. SLINEX. It was held in 2 phases, your sea phase and your harbor phase. Then next, and one more thing, this was the 12th edition of it, so do remember. Next, India and Eurasian Economic Union, comprising Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz Republic, Russia, they signed a term of reference to launch negotiation on free trade agreement in Moscow, Russia. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the visit of Dr. S. Jaishankar, that is our External Affairs Ministers, to Russia in August 2025. If we look at the options, we have to find the correct statement. So B is right, C is right, A is wrong. Next, in August, which bank launched a special personal loan scheme for Agniveers? Agniveers was a scheme that was launched by the government of India to provide employment to various individuals, right? So question asked here is that here, which bank launched a special personal loan scheme for Agniveers, providing professional banking services to armed force personnel on the occasion of the 79th Independence Day, right? It is your which bank? It is State Bank of India, SBI. And the loan amount can here be of 4 lakh rupees up to 4 lakh rupees without any collateral and processing fees. Next, identify the correct statement regarding a report on UPI transactions released by SBI in August 2025. If we look at the options here, option A is right, C is right, B is wrong. It is saying that UPI has stopped among all the Indian states in the UPI usage. Is it correct? So no, the state that has stopped here in the UPI usage is Maharashtra. Next, in collaboration with which payment cards entity did the Bank of Maharashtra launch a co-branded credit card to offer customers a premium and rewarding shopping experience across diverse segments? It is which card? It is SBI cards. Next, in August, the Exim Bank, that is Export and Import Bank of India, they have signed a $40 million commercial credit line agreement with the Africa-based ECOWAS Bank for Investment Development to support the development projects across Asia. So it was a $40 million this line of credit by Exim Bank to Africa's ECOWAS for the infrastructure development. Next, mention the bank that became the first Indian public sector bank to migrate their corporate website to the secured.bank.in. Right, this is the domain to which it is being asked by organization, right, SEBI, that all of them should shift, by RBI has been asked by RBI to all of these banks that they need to shift to this domain for better security, right? So mention that bank that became the first public sector bank to migrate on this. It is your Punjab National Bank, PNB. Next, mention the bank that launched the UPI services for non-resident external and non-resident ordinary account holders using international mobile numbers. It is AU Small Finance Bank. Next, PFC, that is your Power Finance Corporation, they have signed a 150 million euro loan agreement with Germany's KfW in August to support India's power distribution under what? It is under the revamped distribution sector scheme. Next, the JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, they have announced a 40 million investment in the Global Supply Chain Support Fund with an aim to boost small and medium enterprises that are engaged in the global supply chain across Asia and the African region. Next, in August, SEBI, they have extended the timeline for the implementation of framework related to the process of margin obligations through pledge and repledge within the depository systems to which date? To 10th of October 2025. Next, in August, India's credit rating agency ICRA Limited projected India's GDP at what percent for the first quarter of FY26? It is projected at 6.7%. But when USA, when they have imposed tariffs on India, almost 50% tariff, when they will be enacting, right, and they enacted on 28th of August in India. So after that, there is a high chance that we will be seeing a decline in the GDP. Not much, but a slight drop would be seen here. Next, mention the finance company that sanctioned a term loan of 199.7 CR to Surat Integrated Transportation Development Corporation Limited for developing India's first international standard multi-modal transport hub in Surat, Gujarat. So mention the finance company that we are talking about. It is IRFC, Indian Railway Finance Corporation. Next, to develop a Bharat small modular reactor. These are the small nuclear reactors, right? Engineer India Limited, they have signed an MOU with National Power Corporation of India Limited in August 2025. Who was crowned Miss Universe India 2025 in a grand finale held in Jaipur, Rajasthan in August? So Manika Vishwakarma, she was crowned as the Miss Universe, right? Take a note of this. And this was the 74th edition of the Miss Universe pageant, right? With this, Manika Vishwakarma, she has qualified for the 74th edition of the Miss Universe pageant that is scheduled to be held in Thailand in the November month. Next, in August, the Top Brand Union released the 4th edition of the Top 500 Global Brands list during the 19th China Brand Festival held in Shenzhen, China. Which among the following companies is not listed in the top 5 global brands in 2025? If we look at here, among the following, Facebook is not listed here. Microsoft on first, then Nvidia, then Apple, then comes Amazon, and then is your Google, right? And this is the fourth edition of the top 500 global brand list. Next, in August, who was given the additional charge as the governor of Nagaland with immediate effect by Draupadi Murmu ma'am, the president of India? So Ajay Kumar Bhalla here was given additional charge as the governor of governor of Nagaland. Next, mention the company that in August appointed Eileen Gu, a freestyle skier, as the global brand ambassador ahead of the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympics in Italy. So mention the company, it is TCL, they have appointed them as their brand ambassador. Then who was appointed as the ex officio member of the Monetary Policy Committee by RBI Central Board of Directors in August, succeeding Rajiv Ranjan. So Indranil Bhattacharya, right, was appointed as the ex officio member of the MPC Monetary Policy Committee, and he will be succeeding Rajiv Ranjan. Next, identify the organization that appointed Vishwas Patel as the chairperson for 25 to 27 term. So PCI, Payment Council of India, was appointed as the has appointed Vishwas Patel as their chairperson for the term 2025 to 2027, that is for the 3 years. Next, in August, who was re-elected as the president of the Boxing Federation of India for a third consecutive term against Olympian Jaslal Pradhan in the elections in Gurugram, Haryana. So Ajay Singh here was re-elected as the president of the Boxing Federation of India for the third term. Then we have to find the correct statement regarding the approvals by CCI in August, and we see all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next students, mention the INS or Indian Naval Ship that was commissioned on 14th of August 2025 as the third in the series of the 4 survey vessel large ships by the GRSE, that is your Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. So which is the third in the 4 series of the survey vessel large ship? It is INS Ikshak. Right, this is 802nd ship and the 113th warship to be built by GRSE, and it is the 75th warship handed over to the Indian Navy by GRSE. Next, from where did India successfully test fire indigenously developed intermediate range blasting missile Agni 5 in August? So this Agni missile was tested in Chandipur ITR range of Odisha. Next, name the advanced AI system introduced by National or by NASA in August that will help to understand the forecast space weather. So to better forecast the space weather, it was Surya. This is the AI system introduced by NASA. Next, in the inaugural Khelo India Water Sports Festival in Jammu and Kashmir was scheduled to be held in where? It was scheduled to be held in Dal Lake from 21st to 23rd of August. Right, and here the logo also feature a shikara and a Dal Lake. Correct, and Himalayan Kingfisher is the mascot here. Himalayan Kingfisher. Next, the chess grandmaster Vincent Kmar has won the Quant Box Chennai Grandmasters 2025 held in August in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. He hails from which country? He hails from Germany. Next, who clinched the top medals at the 2 prestigious International Table Tennis Federation World Para Table Tennis event held in August in Washington, USA? So who clinched the top medals here? It was clinched by Bhavina Patel. Right? Next, where was the 18th edition of the International Olympiad on Astronomy and Astrophysics? That is an annual competition in astronomy and astrophysics for secondary school students held in August. So where was it held? It was held in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, name the 21st governor of Nagaland who passed away on 15th of August at the age of 80. So La Ganeshan is the 21st governor who recently passed away. Then Lord Suraj Paul, a prominent NRI, industrialist, philanthropist and a member of the House of Lords in UK, passed away at the age of 94 in August, in which year he was honoured with the Padma Bhushan in recognition of his significant contribution to social work. He was honoured with the award in 1983. Next, that is Padma Bhushan. Next, every year, when is World Humanitarian Day observed globally to honor humanitarian works, including those killed or injured while helping the most vulnerable? So it is 19th of August we observe this World Humanitarian Day. Next, every year when is World Mosquito Day observed? So World Mosquito Day observed on 20th of August. Next, which platform can be used to purchase FASTag annual pass introduced by NHAI, that is of 3000 rupees, right, yearly, in which 200 toll passes are allowed, right? It was introduced on 79th Independence Day. So the application name is Rajmarg, not Rajmarg, Rajmarg Yatra application, right? It is Rajmarg Yatra application. Next is name the former Sri Lankan domestic cricketer who was banned for 5 years by International Cricket Council Anti-Corruption Tribunal for breaching the Emirates Cricket Board anti-corruption code during the 2021 Abu Dhabi T10 League. Right? So, name the former Sri Lankan domestic cricketer. Who we are talking about? Salya Sama. Next, name the visionary who designed the national flag of India adopted in its present form during the Constituent Assembly meeting held on 22nd of July 1947. So, Pingali Venkya, right? He designed the national flag of India. Next, the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport located in which Indian city? Easy question, in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, in August, who holds the post of the Chief of Army Staff in the Indian Army succeeding General Manoj Pandey? So, who succeeded him? General Upendra Dwivedi succeeded him. Next, in August, S&P Global Ratings upgraded India's sovereign credit rating after 18 years. What is the new long-term foreign and local currency sovereign rating of India? It is triple B now. Important, earlier it was triple B negative and now we have been upgraded to triple B, which is quite good. Next, on 19th of August, the UK signed an agreement with UP, that is Uttar Pradesh, to provide Chevening scholarship for 5 students every year to pursue higher educations in UK on a fully funded basis. Next, identify the PSU that secured a license on 20th of August to survey gold and copper blocks in the Devadurga region of Karnataka, becoming the first PSU to venture into the critical mineral exploration. So, identify the PSU that secured a license on 20th of August. It is Singareni Collieries Companies Limited. Right, and here the exploration activities to be completed within the 5 years and estimated 90 crore rupees including 20 crore subsidy from the central government will be provided here. Next is which organization has launched AI Legislators Forum, AILF, that is India's first dedicated platform to help the members of parliament and MLAs shape policies on AI. So which organization has launched this AI Legislators Forum? It has been launched by Future Shifts Lab. Future Shifts Lab. Then next is identify the global executive education platform that became India's first edtech company in August to file their draft red herring prospectus for an IPO at the NSE in Gift City under Gift IFSC regulation. So which is that global executive education platform? It is XED Executive Development Limited, not upgrade, right? Option A is right here. Next, students, next is your revision part. These were your important current affairs. Now, these revision questions will be quite beneficial for a revision, and let's make them quick so that we can cover a large part of the content. Every year, when is World Bicycle Day observed across the globe? So, World Bicycle Day is observed on 3rd of June every year in order to promote the usage of bicycles. First time this day was observed on 3rd June 2018. Next, every year, when is International Day of Innocent Children Victims of Aggression observed across the globe to raise awareness about their rights and also to safeguard their rights. So, this day is observed on 4th of June every year. And this year, it was the 43rd observance of this day. Next, which organization observes the International Day for Fight Against Illegal, Unreported and Unregulated Fishing annually across the globe on 5th of June to promote awareness about the threats posed by IUU fishing activities that undermine the sustainable fisheries. So, which organization it is that we are talking about? Food and Agriculture Organization, the arm of UN. and this year it was the 8th edition of International Day for Fight Against IUU Fishing. First time this day was observed in 2018. Next, the Russian Language Day is annually observed across the globe on 6th of June to promote awareness of the Russian language's cultural richness and their role as a symbol of national identity and literary heritage. This June 2026 marks whose 226th birth anniversary, also regarded as the father of modern Russian literature. So every year world or this Russian Language Day, we observe this on 6th of June. Now the question asked is that this 6th of June, it marks the birth anniversary of a very famous modern Russian literature, who also known as the father of the modern Russian literature, right? Whose anniversary is this on this day? It is the anniversary of Alexander Sergeyevich Pushkin, right? And this is in this 2025, it is 226th birth anniversary of him, also known as the father of modern Russian literature. Next, every year when is World Pest Day observed across the globe to raise awareness about the critical role of professional pest management. So 6th of June we observe World Pest Management Day. Next, every year when is World Food Safety Day observed across the globe. So World Food Safety Day is observed on 7th of June, and this day is observed by United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization and World Health Organization. There is a theme, students, that you need to all remember: food safety, science in action. Food safety, science in action is the theme here. Next, World Brain Tumor Day. When do we observe this day? World Brain Tumor Day is observed on 8th of June every year, and there is a theme being brain health for all ages. And gray ribbon is the official symbol here. Next, World Accreditation Day is observed annually on 9th of June to promote the significance of accreditation, a formal independent verification that a program or institution meets set the quality standards. So World Accreditation Day observed on 9th of June. Question asked is, along with International Accreditation Forum, WAD was launched by which organization in 2007? It is International Laboratory Accreditation Corporation, right? And it was launched in 2007. Next, International Archives Day. It is observed globally on 9th of June to highlight the significance of records and archives in safeguarding the rights, identity and heritage of individuals and societies. Question is, the day also commemorates the establishment of International Council on Archives on 9th of June in which year? In 1948 in Paris, France, right? Take a note of this. And International Archives Weeks is also observed from 9 to 13th of June. Next is, every year when is International Level Crossing Awareness Day observed globally to highlight the risk associated with the level crossings, the points where roads and railway tracks intersect at the same level, and to encourage the safe behavior. So International Level Crossing Awareness Day, when do we observe this? It is observed on 5th of June. And this year it was the 17th edition of this day that was observed, with the theme helping people make good decisions. Next, every year when is International Day of Play observed worldwide, highlighting the importance of preserving and promoting and prioritizing the play as a vital component of human development with a special focus on children. So International Day of Play, when do we observe this? 11th of June. And this year it was the second observance of this day with the theme choose play every day. Next, every year when is International Albinism Awareness Day observed globally to raise awareness about albinism, a rare, non-contagious, inherited genetic condition present at birth, and advocating for the human rights of the persons with albinism worldwide. So when do we observe this International Albinism Awareness Day? It is 13th of June. Next, and this year it was the 11th observance, 11th edition that we observed for this day. Next, World Blood Donor Day observed on 14th of June worldwide. World Blood Donor Day was first observed in 2004 to mark the birth anniversary of whom on 14th of June. So, Carl Landsteer, right, on his birth anniversary, and this year it was the 21st anniversary of World Blood Donor Day, and it is observed on the birth anniversary of Carl Landstein, right? Next, World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is annually observed across the globe on 15th of June to raise awareness about the abuse, neglect and mistreatment faced by older persons. In collaboration with which organization? International Network for the Prevention of Elder Abuse initiated the observance of WEAAD in 2006. So, which organization we are talking about here? It is World Health Organization, WHO. Next is every year Asian Dengue Day observed globally as a regional advocacy initiative to raise awareness and strengthen the efforts against dengue, emphasizing preventive measures and scientific advancements to combat this deadly disease. It is, when do we observe this Asian Dengue Day? It is 15th of June, Asian Dengue Day. One more, remember students, Global Wind Day. Global Wind Day. When do we observe this Global Wind Day? On 15th of June. And theme being Day of Community Action. Next, World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought observed on 17th of June. Identify the year when UNCCD was officially established. So you have to find the year. What is the year we are talking about? It is 1994, right? Apart from this, tell me recently, when do we observe the United Nations International Day of Family Remittance? It is observed on 16th of June. And theme for this day is Remittance Financing Development. Next is on which date is International Day for Countering Hate Speech observed every year across the globe to combat raising spread of discriminatory rhetoric and foster intercultural dialogue and tolerance? It is, when do we observe this day? It is 18th of June we observe this day. And first time this day was observed in the year 2022. Next, World Autistic Pride Day observed on 18th of June around the world to promote self-advocacy, acceptance and neurodiversity among the individuals with autism spectrum disorder. What is the theme of the World Autistic Pride Day? So theme is being asked to you about the World Autistic Pride Day. Theme being unapologetically autistic, right? Next, every year, when is International Day for the Elimination of Sexual Violence in Conflict observed globally to raise awareness about the need to end conflict-related sexual violence and to honor the victims and survivors of each such violence. So every year we observe this day on 18th of every year we observe this day on 19th of June, right? And this year it was the 11th observance of this day that we observed. First time we observed this day in 2016. Next, National Reading Day is observed across India on 19th of June every year with an aim to instill reading culture among all the age groups and encourage the literary through books and libraries. The day is observed to commemorate the contributions of which personality widely known as the father of library and literary movement in Kerala. So, National Reading Day we saw observed on 19th of June, and on whose birth anniversary or the person known as the father of the library and literary movement in Kerala, who is he? P.N. Panikkar. Correct? Take a note of it. And this year it was the 13th edition of the National Reading Day that we observed. Next, World Hydrography Day observed on 21st of June, and this day to recognize the crucial role of hydrography in maritime navigation, environmental protection and sustainable development of marine resources. This World Hydrography Day annually observed on 21st of June to commemorate the establishment of International Hydrography Organization in which year? So the year is being asked to you, it is in 1921. And what is the theme here? Seabed mapping enabling ocean action. First time this day was observed in 2006. Next, every year when is World Music Day observed to promote unity, creativity and emotional connection through musical performances across public spaces worldwide. So when do we observe this World Music Day? On 21st of June. Next, and one more thing, remember this year it was the 43rd anniversary of this day. Next, every year when is International Widows Day observed to amplify the voices of widows, highlighting the systematic discrimination, economic hardships and human rights violations faced by widows globally, particularly in developing nations. So every year when is International Widows Day observed? It is observed on 23rd of June, right? And first time it was observed in 2011. Next, International Day of Women in Diplomacy observed to recognize and promote the participation of women in diplomatic roles, including peace building, negotiation, and multilateral democracy. So, every year, International Day of Women in Diplomacy is observed when? It is observed on 24th of June, right? And this year, it was the third observance of this day. Next, when is World Vitiligo Day observed to raise global awareness about vitiligo, an autoimmune disorder causing loss of skin pigment and lighter patches. So, World Vitiligo Day observed on 25th of June, right? Take a note of it. And this World Vitiligo Day, also known as Vitiligo Awareness Day, Vitiligo Purple Fund Day, right? And purple color is the official color here for representing vitiligo awareness. Next, every year when is World Refrigeration Day celebrated across the globe? So World Refrigeration Day is celebrated across the globe on which date? It is celebrated on 26th of June. Then apart from this, if we see, when do we observe? Tell me, International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, 26th of June, right? Then apart from this, tell me, Samvidhan Hatya Divas. This is important. Samvidhan Hatya Divas, right? That is your Constitution Murder Day. When do we observe this day? It is observed on 25th of June. Reason being, on this day in 1975, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi invoked emergency, and this emergency was imposed under Article 352, right? And it lasted almost 21 months. Next, in Goa's Ozofeni, they have secured GI tag. Pick out the correct statement here. If we look at the option A and B is right, C is wrong. C is saying that the GI registration is valid for 5 years from the date of registration and is non-renewable. It is not for 5 years but valid for 10 years, and it can be renewed from time to time for a further period of 10 years each. So it is renewable. Now all the options are right. Next, identify the initiative that was recently launched by Union Minister for Home Affairs Amit Shah to promote the use of Indian languages in the official work and reduce administrative dependence on foreign languages. So the right option here is Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag. Right, this is the initiative that has been launched by our Home Minister. And this BBA, that is Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag, collaborates with Pune, Maharashtra based CDAC under the Ministry of Information and Technology to implement the Universal Translation System. Next, which of the following are the official languages of the Union Territory of Ladakh as per the Ladakh Official Language Resolution promulgated by the President of India Draupadi Murmu Ma'am in June 2025? So, which of the following are the official languages of the Union Territory of Ladakh? All of them, students, right? Hindi, Urdu, Bhoti, Purgi, English, all of them are the official languages of Ladakh. Next, Ambassador of Finland to India, Kimmo Lahadrivita, announced the honorary consulate of Finland in Ahmedabad, Gujarat in June to strengthen the bilateral ties between Finland and India. This new consulate aims to strengthen the diplomatic and commerce ties between Finland and Gujarat, India, to support finance or to support Finnish, that is the companies of Finland, in expanding their operation and investment in Gujarat. Next, where will India's first e-waste, that is electronic waste eco park, will be set up with a capital investment of 150 crore rupees and an operational budget of over 325 crore rupees. It is in Delhi, right? India's first e-waste plant. Next, name the decommissioned INS that will be transformed into the first underwater museum, an artificial coral reef in Maharashtra, as announced by the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis. So, name that decommissioned Indian naval ship. It is INS Guldar. Next, is where did Indian Navy and United Kingdom's Carrier Strike Group conducted the PESEX exercise in June 2025? It is North Arabian Sea. This two-day drill held from 9 to 10th of June aimed at enhancing the operational coordination and interoperability between the two naval forces. Right? Next, India, serving as the Vice President, participated in the second session of the Council meeting of DASH, that is for the India International Organization for Maritime Aid to Navigation. So, this is an intergovernmental organization that is responsible for marine aid to navigation. Next, in June, Maharashtra government has launched the Infra ID portal to assign a geotagged dash digit alphanumeric unique infrastructure facility, that is UIFID, to each public infrastructure development project in the state. So each project they will be getting a UFID, that is a 13-digit alphanumeric ID, right? And this will be from 1st of October 2025. The initiative will be extended to all the districts and departments in Maharashtra. And the deadline here is that by March 31, 2026, all the registered infrastructure projects should be created and they should have this ID. Correct? So projects between 2020 to 2025, they must have these IDs. Next, the Fast Track Punjab portal was launched in June by Punjab's Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann and Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal ji. What does the portal guarantee within 45 working days for new ventures, expansion and industrial projects? It is for business approval, right? So the business approval will be provided now within 15 days, that used to take earlier 45 days, right? Take a note of it. Next, which state government launched a single web-based E-Nagarpalika 2.0 scheme, making it the first state in India to bring the state's all urban local bodies under a single platform? It is Madhya Pradesh. Correct? E-Nagarpalika 2.0 scheme, making Madhya Pradesh the first state in India to bring the state's urban local bodies under a single platform. Next, which company established India's first agri-drone indigenization facility, inaugurated by Union Minister of State for Rural Development Kamlesh Paswan in June 2025 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu? It is Garuda Aerospace Private Limited. Next, in June, which state government launched a new welfare scheme named Taliki Vandanam, offering an annual financial assistance of 15,000 rupees per school-going child directly credited to the mother's Aadhaar-linked bank account via direct benefit transfer? So, which state government launched this new welfare scheme? It was launched by Andhra Pradesh, right? This scheme offers an annual assistance of 15,000 rupees per school-going child directly to the mother's Aadhaar-linked bank account with no limit on the number of children eligible per household. Next, name the institute that was designated as Category A Rinderpest Holding Facility by World Organization for Animal Health and Food and Agriculture Organization of UN during the 92nd General Session of WOAH held in May 2025. So, name that institute. It is National Institute of High Security Animal Disease. Next, the University of Aberdeen became the first Scottish university to receive the approval for setting up a branch campus in India. Where did it get the approval to set up their campus? So this University of Aberdeen. Where it will be setting up its campus? It will be in Navi Mumbai. Next, name the bank that launched India's first cyber security operation, that is operation center, that is Sahakar Suraksha. It was in Vashi, Navi Mumbai in Maharashtra. So, which is that bank that has launched this first cyber security operation center? Sahakar Suraksha. It is Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank. Next, Identify the state that declared 2025 to 2035 as the decade of hydropower to harness 58,000 megawatts of electricity and promote industrial growth, employment, and youth self-reliance. It is Arunachal Pradesh. Right? This is the state that declared 2025 to 2035 as the decade of hydropower. Next, where was India's largest Gati Shakti multi-modal cargo terminal inaugurated by Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav? It is in the Manesar plant of Haryana. Next, Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change Bhupendra Yadav. He presided over the first assembly of the International Big Cat Alliance in Delhi. Which of the following country was not part of the ministerial delegation that attended this IBCA apex body meeting? Among the following, Nepal is the country that did not take part in this ministerial delegation meeting. Next, the inaugural edition of the Joint Special Force Exercise Tiger Claw conducted from 26th of May to 10th of June between Indian Air Force and the United States Air Force concluded at where? They concluded in Uttar Pradesh. Next, the 62nd session of the subsidiary bodies of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, also known as the 2025 Bonn Climate Change Conference, was held where? It was held in Germany. This was a 11-day long conference that brought together over 5,000 government delegates. Next, the Union External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar visited USA from June 30 to July 2nd to participate in the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting. Pick out the correct statement here. So here also all the three options are rightly mentioned. Next, name the crop that was targeted under the Climate Resilient Farming Initiative launched in July by Ghana in collaboration with India's Arima Farms and Council for Scientific and Industrial Research and their arm Crop Research Institute to reduce India's import dependency and boost the local cultivation. So name the crop that was targeted here. It is wheat. Right, and this initiative, it aims to reduce India's dependency on the imports as India's wheat import stands at $400 million. Also, one more thing, remember, during this program has also introduced wheat Pride 999. This is a variety of wheat, right, that has been developed by India's Green Pride, and it is drought and heat resistant, it is nutrition enriched, and it has been tested across 6 distinct agrological zones. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the 4th edition of International Conference on Financing for Development that was held from 30th of June to 3rd of July in Sevilla, Spain. If we look at the options here, option A is right, B is right, C is wrong. C is saying that at this conference, France, Kenya, they have launched Aviation Solidarity Coalition aimed at imposing taxes on the premium air travel. So at this, right, the France and Kenya, they have launched this event, right? Is it correct? So remember, at this conference, there are 8 countries, that is France, Kenya, Barbados, Spain, Somalia, Benin, Sierra Leone and Antigua and Barbuda. They have launched the Aviation Solidarity Coalition and their aim is imposing taxes on the premium air travel. Now option C is right, not just these 2 countries. Next, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian signed a law suspending the cooperatives with International Atomic Energy Agency following the airstrikes by the USA and Israel in June that target some Iranian nuclear facilities. Right, and now their partnership with IAEA of the UN, that is the United Nations Nuclear Watchdog, has been suspended. Next, Reserve Bank of India in June issued the final guidelines for Aadhaar enabled payment system touchpoint operators under Dash to enhance the fraud risk management. It is under the Payment and Settlement Act of 2007. These guidelines are issued under the Payment and Settlement Systems Act of 2007 to safeguard the customers from identified threat and maintain trust in the AEPS, that is Aadhaar enabled payment system. Next, name the fintech company that launched the UPI credit card and inaugurated India's first UPI powered bank branch in Koramangala, Bengaluru in June 2025. It is Slice. Next, mention the organization that subscribed to 1,301.25 crore net worth of non-convertible debentures issued by Aditya Birla Capital Limited in July 2025 to support renewable energy and e-mobility financing in India. It is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. And this 3-year privately placed investment by NCD, it aims to boost the financing in renewable energy and e-mobility sectors to support India's transition toward a sustainable infrastructure ecosystem. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the recent report of RBI's financial stability report. If we look at the option, all these three of them are rightly mentioned. Next, mention the bank that became the first UAE bank to receive in principle approval from International Financial Service Centers Authority to set up the new International Financial Service Centers banking unit within the gift city, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So mention the bank that became the first UAE bank to receive the in principle approval for this IBU, that is IFCA banking unit in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So mention the bank. It is your Mashreq Bank, right? This is the first bank of UAE. Next, identify the company that raised $120 million in Series D funding round led by SC Ventures in June, becoming the 5th Indian startup to achieve the unicorn status in 2025. It is Jumbotail Technologies Private Limited. And this funding round also saw the participation from the existing investors Singapore-based Artel Asia, bringing the company's total funding to $263 million. Next, mention the state that became the third Indian state to record over 1 crore registered stock market investors after Maharashtra and UP, according to the latest data released by National Stock Exchange Limited in July 2025. So mention that state, it is Gujarat. On first is your Maharashtra, then second is UP, and now third is Gujarat. Next, identify the organization that signed a MOU Memorandum of Understanding with India Meteorological Department to launch India's first weather derivatives. It is National Commodity and Derivatives Exchange Limited. Next, in July, who was bestowed with the Mental Health Award at the 24th Annual International Mental Health Conference that was held at this event in Bangkok, Thailand. This is in recognition of her invaluable contribution and transformative leadership in shaping the future of global mental health. So who was bestowed upon with this Mental Health Award 2025 in July? So Saima Wazid, right? She received this recognition for her invaluable contribution and transformative leadership in shaping the future of global health or global mental health. Mental health. Next, identify the incorrect statement regarding the Digital Payments Awards for 24-25 organized by the Department of Financial Services in June 2025. If we look at the options, option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying HDFC Bank has won the award in the private sector banks category. Is it so? No, it is for private sector banks. Yes, it is. I correct myself. HDFC Bank is right. Let's take this question again, students. That option A is right. B is right. A is wrong and C is wrong because we have to find the incorrect, right? So Bank of Baroda won the award in the public sector banks category. No, not Bank of Baroda, but Punjab National Bank has won in the public sector category. Then AU Small Finance Bank won in the small finance banks category. Not AU Small Finance Bank, but Equitas Small Finance Bank. They have won the award in the small finance bank category. Now all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, name the person appointed as the new Secretary of Research and Analysis Wing, succeeding Ravi Sinha as by the Appointment Committee of the Cabinet. So, who was appointed as the new Secretary here? Parag Jain appointed as the new Secretary of RAW. Right? He will be succeeding Ravi Sinha. Next, mention the country that appointed Phumtham Vechaichi as the acting Prime Minister following the suspension of PM Pentagotran Shinawatra, P. Shinawatra, right? So mention the country that appointed P. Vechaichi as their acting Prime Minister. It is Thailand. Next, who is the first women pilot to be inducted in the fighter stream of naval aviation by Indian Navy in July? So Astha Punia. She is from UP. and the first women pilot in the fighter stream of naval aviation. During this ceremony, she was also honored with the Wings of Gold. Right, this is an award. Next, identify the country that launched a climate change monitoring satellite, that is Global Observing Satellite for Greenhouse Gases and Water Cycle Satellite, that is GOSAT-GW, using the H-2A rocket from their Tenchingma Space Center. So which is that country? This H-2 rocket, it is of Japan, right? We have discussed this multiple times. This rocket is of Japan. Next, the Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO, they have developed India's first indigenous photonic radar. It marks a significant milestone in India's air defense technology with ultra high resolution, stealth detection and immunity to electronic jamming. So DRDO, they have developed India's first indigenous photonic radar. This radar is expected to undergo extensive trials to validate their performance. Next, name the Indian naval ship commissioned into the Indian Navy at Yantr shipyard in Kaliningrad, Russia, making it the 8th in the series of the Project 1135.6 Talwar class and the second vessel in the follow-on Tushil class of ships. So name the Indian naval ship that was commissioned into the Indian Navy at Yantr shipyard. It is INS Tamal. INS Tamal. And this ship is the 8th in the series of Project 1135.6. Next, Indian Navy received the stealth frigate Yard 12652, that is Udyagiri, from Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. It was delivered under Project 17A, right? And it is the successor of Shivalik class of the Project 17 frigates, and this is INS Udyagiri, right? That is stealth frigate Yard 12652 Udyagiri. Next, name the hypersonic vehicle whose test flight was conducted successfully by China in July, marking a significant technological advancement in rocket-based combined cycle propulsion. It is Phaetian 2. This is the name of the hypersonic vehicle, right, that was tested. Next, who won the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix held in Spielberg, Styria in June, clinching his third F1 Grand Prix victory of 2025 season? It is Lando Norris, right? And this marks Lando Norris' 7th Grand Prix win for his F1 career. Moving on, National Statistics Day, students. This is annually observed across India on 29th of June to honor the contributions of statisticians and highlight the importance of statistics in socio-economic development and policy formation. This day commemorates the birth anniversary of whom? It commemorates the birth anniversary of P.C. Mahalanobis, right? And it marked the 19th observation today, or in this year in 2025 on 29th of June, it was the 19th observation of the National Statistics Day and 132nd birth anniversary of P.C. Mahalanobis. And the theme for this National Statistics Day is 75 years of National Sample Survey.